Hey, I'm Katie, and this video is for all y'all out there who love to take on, or at least contemplate, extreme lifestyle modifications. I'm talking to the people who haven't exercised or have done only moderate exercise for a really long time and then are suddenly like, oh yeah, I'm gonna train for a marathon. Or who eat a ton of sugar all the time and they're like, I'm gonna give up sugar completely. Or people who do it in other areas of their lives. Maybe they've spent a lot of their free time just sort of hanging out and vegging around, and then they're like, I have to work on my novel for 2 hours every day, even on weekends. Basically, this video is for anybody who likes to go from 0 to 100, or at least make a plan to do that. Look, I get it. I get why that's appealing. It's so fun to identify a problem and then with one swish of your magic wand of your brain, know how to make it better. You're like, oh yeah, I'm out of shape. Perfect. Swish. I'll just go to a 5 a.m. boot camp exercise class 4 days a week and my problem will be solved. Done. Except, of course, that basically never works out. And it doesn't work out for two reasons. First of all, you making this huge decision to completely change your lifestyle ignores that there were very good reasons for what you were doing before. Maybe you weren't exercising because you have a stressful life and you needed a lot of rest or whatever it happened to be. Second, making these huge lifestyle changes often involves just taking on way more than you realistically are going to want to do in the long term. Sometimes they work in the short term, but rarely in the long term. So my heartfelt plea to you is to please stop trying to make intense lifestyle modifications. Please stop it. This happens even with my individual coaching clients. Everything will be going well. They'll be, rethinking the way that they eat, feeling really good in life, but suddenly they'll get triggered. They'll get worried about their lives and they're like, Katie, I love the work that we're doing, but you know what? I think I just need to lose 5 pounds. So I'm just gonna go to this really intense exercise class that I hate 5 days a week now. And I'm like, okay. And then we check in a week or two later, and even if the first week they're really thrilled with their new changes and how much willpower they have, by the second week, inevitably, they're just like, oh yeah, it kind of sucked, and I sort of stopped doing it, and now I feel really guilty. Because of course. So, you know what? What if we just stop doing that whole thing where we try to do extreme things? I want to offer you an alternative. And the alternative we often hear to extreme lifestyle modifications is small lifestyle modifications, like commit to something small. But I want to offer you something completely different, actually. I want to suggest that instead of committing to some sort of extreme lifestyle modification, you make a decision in the moment about how to respond to the problem that you're facing. So if, for example, you're not feeling good physically in your body, so you're tempted to commit to some sort of insane or super intense exercise regimen for the next 3 months, what if instead you just committed to one exercise action today? Like go to an exercise class. You can even go to that boot camp class, or you can go on a run. Great, awesome. Or you can take a walk if that sounds nicer to you. But do that one thing and then see how you feel. Maybe you don't need to commit to 3 months of going to boot camp at 5 a.m. 4 days a week. Maybe you can just go once and you'll feel better, and then you can go from there. Ditto to food. If you're feeling gross because you just got back from vacation and you had sugar for 4 meals a day, every day, maybe don't eat sugar at the next meal if that sounds nice to you. And then after that meal, see how you feel. So basically, the idea is to take it moment by moment. Make a decision in the moment about what to do. So anyway, I know this is a rant, but I feel really strongly about this because I think that the cycle of attempting to make these extreme lifestyle modifications that inevitably fail, and then feeling badly about yourself because you feel like you're a failure because you failed at this thing that was very difficult to achieve in the beginning, almost, let's say, impossible because you chose something for yourself that was crazy. That whole cycle is really bad for us. It causes us to feel badly about ourselves. It causes us to feel negative in the world. So what if instead we just sat in the moment and responded in a way that was appropriate in that moment and then made another decision later. Anyway, I know this is radical, but I want to invite you into that. I think you can do it. And if you notice yourself feeling tempted towards extreme lifestyle modifications, take a moment and just think about what you could do in the direction of that extreme lifestyle modification, but that doesn't require you committing to some sort of crazy long-term regimen. Just take a run today or eat a healthy meal now and then go from there. So that's my rant / advice / loving offering for you this weekend. I hope it's helpful, and I'll see you next time.